Lil Durk is facing the biggest fight of his life after 50 Cent leaked sensitive information that triggered a federal raid on Durk's mansion, with authorities uncovering undisclosed evidence that could put him behind bars for a very long time. And now the court has officially scheduled his final trial, a trial that could end Durk's career, his freedom, and possibly his legacy in hip-hop. From the moment this shocking development hit the internet, fans, bloggers, and even major news outlets have been scrambling to piece together the timeline, asking the same question: how did it get to this point? Just months ago, Durk was at the height of his career, standing as one of the most influential voices in rap, an OTF leader, and a cultural figure who survived countless feuds, court battles, and industry politics. But with 50 Cent's involvement, everything shifted. This wasn't just another diss track or social media back and forth. This was something darker, deeper, and more dangerous. For years, rumors had swirled that Durk had skeletons hidden behind the glitter of his success, and while fans dismissed much of his gossip, the federal raid on his mansion after 50 Cent's revelation sent one message loud and clear: the government believes there's something real worth investigating. The raid itself was nothing short of cinematic. Eyewitnesses in Durk's neighborhood reported black SUVs pulling up before dawn, feds in tactical gear moving with precision, and a swarm of agents surrounding the rapper's property. It wasn't the quiet knock of local police. It was a full-blown federal operation, the kind usually reserved for drug kingpins, mafia bosses, or high-profile criminal suspects. Durk, reportedly inside the house at the time, was stunned by the forceful entry. Neighbors watched as the feds stormed the mansion, seizing computers, documents, safes, and other undisclosed items. The exact nature of what they found has not yet been revealed to the public, but the fact that the court has already called for Durk's final trial speaks volumes. Whatever was uncovered, it was serious enough to move his case into its most dangerous phase. So how does 50 Cent fit into all of this? Sources close to the situation claim that 50 had been digging into Durk's background for months. Known for his relentless exposure of industry figures, 50 Cent has made a career of not just surviving the rap game, but controlling its narratives. From his infamous feud with Ja Rule to his public clashes with Floyd Mayweather, Diddy, and countless others, 50 has always prided himself on having the upper hand. But when it came to Durk, it wasn't just about clout, it was about information. Allegedly, 50 got access to sensitive documents, perhaps from insiders tied to ongoing investigations, and he decided to go public with the details. In doing so, he effectively threw gasoline on a fire that had been smoldering for years, a fire that now threatens to burn down everything Durk has built. The courtroom drama that awaits is expected to be explosive. Prosecutors are rumored to be preparing a case that paints Durk not just as a successful rapper, but as someone with deeper ties to activities that could warrant a long-term federal sentence. Defense attorneys, on the other hand, are scrambling, aware that their client's entire future rests on the ability to counter evidence they haven't even fully seen yet. The secrecy around what the feds found during the raid has only heightened the tension. Insiders whisper about encrypted laptops, offshore financial trails, and even alleged connections to incidents long thought buried. If any of these rumors are true, Durk could be facing a decade behind bars. For Durk's fans, the news is devastating. This is the same man who built OTF from the ground up, who carried Chicago on his back during some of the darkest days of drill rap, and who overcame loss after loss, including the deaths of King Von, OTF D-Tang, and other close associates. Durk has long been seen as a survivor, a man who endured betrayal, street politics, and legal obstacles, only to rise to the top of the rap game. To think that it could all come crashing down because of a raid sparked by 50 Cent's revelations feels like a cruel twist of fate. On social media, fans rally with hashtags like #FreeDurk. But even they admit the situation feels different this time. This isn't about bond hearings or petty charges. This is about a federal case with life-changing stakes. And yet, in the middle of this storm, Durk has remained mostly silent. That silence, however, has only fueled speculation. Some believe he is plotting his legal counterattack with his lawyers, preparing for the final trial like a boxer before the last round. Others think he is quietly terrified, realizing that his empire, his freedom, and his family's future are hanging by a thread. Videos of him performing in recent weeks show a man still commanding crowds. But insiders whisper that behind the scenes, Durk is under enormous pressure, aware that one wrong move could cost him everything. Meanwhile, the hip-hop industry is watching closely. Rappers who once stood beside Durk are now eerily quiet, not wanting to be dragged into federal crosshairs by association. A few voices, like Meek Mill and Lil Baby, have reportedly reached out privately, offering support, but the broader industry response has been muted. In contrast, bloggers, podcasters, and YouTubers have been eating the story alive. Every new detail, every court update, every rumor about what the feds found is being dissected, magnified, and debated. For them, this is content gold. For Durk, it's a nightmare that grows bigger with each headline. And then there's 50 Cent, who, true to form, is not backing down. On Instagram, he has been dropping cryptic posts, memes, and sly comments that all but confirm his satisfaction in playing a role in Durk's predicament. Some see him as a villain, a man exploiting another rapper's downfall for clout and relevance. Others view him as a necessary truth-teller, someone unafraid to pull back the curtain on the darker realities of the industry. Whatever the case, 50 has once again positioned himself at the center of hip-hop's most controversial moment, and his involvement ensures that this story will remain a global talking point until Durk's trial concludes. The legal experts weighing in on the case say the outcome will depend heavily on what was actually found during the raid. If the evidence ties Durk to illegal weapons, financial crimes, or unresolved criminal incidents, the trial could be devastating. If, however, the items seized are inconclusive or circumstantial, his defense might be able to spin the narrative and buy him more time. But the fact that the court has already escalated to a final trial status suggests that prosecutors are confident. They wouldn't risk a high-profile case against someone as big as Durk unless they believe they had enough to secure a conviction. That's what has fans and analysts so worried. This isn't just about appearances. This is about strategy, and right now, the government seems to be moving with precision. As the date of the final trial approaches, the atmosphere is tense. In Chicago, Durk's hometown, murals of the rapper stand as symbols of hope and resilience, but whispers of his potential imprisonment cast a dark shadow. In Atlanta, where he moved for a fresh start, supporters debate whether he can ever truly escape the ghosts of his past. And in New York, where 50 Cent sits comfortably, watching the chaos unfold, the sense of control is undeniable.